It only takes you about 3 seconds to crack open a pistachio shell, but it takes nature decades to create what's inside. In reality, that emerald green morsel you're snacking on isn't a nut at all, despite what we mistakenly believe. Even more mind-blowing, it's actually closely related to poison ivy. So, what exactly are we paying for every time we buy them? Join me as we explore this smiling nut that is priced like a rare asset. You call it a nut. Science does not. In truth, it is the seed of a drupe. Think of summer peaches or cherries. The pistachio has the exact same structure. A soft, fleshy exterior encloses a hard shell, and the kernel inside that armor is what we actually eat. But here's the truth that catches many people off guard. The tree that bears it, Pistachio vera, is a true desert warrior. It thrives in hot, dry climates. Do you know what family it belongs to? It is closely related to tropical mangoes, cashews, and most shockingly, poison ivy. That's right. An expensive snack shares a bloodline with the notorious itch-inducing plant found in North American forests. On the massive farms of California, they don't grow alone. They form heavy clusters, much like bunches of grapes. Its anatomy is a 3-layered masterpiece: the soft outer hull, and the cream-colored hard shell, and the precious kernel. Have you ever noticed the vibrant emerald green hue of the kernel? That green comes from chlorophyll and lutein. The thin, reddish-purple skin surrounding the nut is the natural pigment, anthocyanin. Then, autumn arrives. The outer hull changes from green to yellow, then flushes with a rosy red. This natural ripening process creates mechanical pressure from the inside. Pop! The hard shell automatically splits open. Science calls this phenomenon dehiscence. That split is completely natural, occurring without any human intervention. It is a signal announcing that a life has fully matured. No matter how the scientific community defines it, its rich, buttery flavor has conquered the world. But how did a wild desert tree rise to become a royal tribute? Let's turn back the pages of history. Pistachios weren't born in gentle gardens. Their homeland is the unforgiving deserts of the Middle East and Central Asia, lands like modern-day Iran or Afghanistan. Scorching summers, bone-chilling winters. It was exactly this harshness that forged such an exquisite flavor. The pistachio has been intertwined with human civilization since its earliest days. Humans have been snacking on them since the Bronze Age, nearly 9,000 years ago. Did you know it's even directly mentioned in the Bible? It is a quintessential delicacy. By 700 BC, it stood proudly in the hanging gardens of Babylon. Back then, it was the ultimate symbol of power. How much did the Queen of Sheba desire it? She issued a decree confiscating the entire harvest within her kingdom. Only royalty was allowed to indulge, a monopoly law enacted purely for a snack. But how did it reach the rest of the world? It was an epic journey. Alexander the Great brought it from Persia to Greece. A few centuries later, the Roman Empire introduced it to Italy. Thanks to its protective hard shell, it could be stored for incredibly long periods. It became the perfect survival food for merchants traveling along the Silk Road. Even the name pistachio is a legacy in itself. It started as the ancient Persian word pistake. It journeyed through Greek and Latin, eventually landing in 16th century Italian as Pistachio. Finally, the English language borrowed the term. Just one tiny word, yet it carries an entire trip around the globe. Beyond the dining table, it is a cultural belief. The Chinese and Middle Easterners call it the smiling nut. The natural split of the shell is considered a good omen for love. In Korea, the cracking sound of the shell breaking is used to ward off evil spirits. And in India, it lights up love during the vibrant festival of Diwali. But why, even to this day, does it remain one of the most expensive snacks on earth? How much are you willing to pay for patience? In reality, farming pistachios is a massive gamble. A newly planted sapling goes into the ground. You have to wait 7 to 10 years just to see the very first handful of nuts. Want to reach peak production? That takes 2 grueling decades. For the first 6 years, farmers are essentially throwing money out the window. Not a single dime of revenue comes in, and the upfront investment isn't cheap. $20,000 per acre, just to get started. But the biggest money pit is water. This tree is thirsty, a terrifyingly insatiable thirst. They consume twice as much water as growing tomatoes. A single acre can drink over 1 million gallons of water every season. Think about the valleys of California, a place where devastating droughts always lurk and groundwater laws tighten by the day. Water here, sometimes, is more expensive than gold. Doesn't stop there. This tree suffers from a bizarre syndrome. Science calls it alternate bearing. Hit the jackpot with a bumper crop this year? Consider next year a total loss. That is not to mention the gender issue. They are a dioecious species. For every 24 female trees, orchards must plant 1 male tree for wind pollination. These male trees take up land. They waste water. They require care. But they absolutely do not produce a single nut to sell. Then comes harvest day, a breathless race against time. You can't just wait for the fruit to fall naturally. Carcinogenic bacteria and molds will attack immediately. They have to use heavy machinery to aggressively shake the tree trunks. The moment the fruit hits the catch frame, the countdown begins. 24 hours. That is all the time they have. The hull must be stripped. They must be dried instantly. If delayed, the shell will stain. Processing plants have to keep the lights on day and night. Costs skyrocket. Finally, there is the game of the market. Extreme weather, geopolitical embargoes in the Middle East. The supply is always fragile. Meanwhile, the world is going absolutely crazy for them. Have you heard of the viral Dubai chocolate craze? That single trend alone sent the price of kernels skyrocketing by 35% in the blink of an eye. A decade of waiting, millions of gallons of water, a breathless harvest. It's no exaggeration when people call it the green gold of the agricultural industry. But does that exorbitant price tag actually deliver miracles for your body? Look deep into this emerald core. It is a perfect biological machine. First, it silently protects your heart. The healthy fats and antioxidants go to work cleaning up the bad cholesterol in your bloodstream. Have you ever heard of the amino acid L-arginine? It sounds complex, but its job is incredibly simple. Your body converts it into nitric oxide. This compound relaxes your blood vessels. Blood flows much smoother. Add in a massive dose of potassium, and your blood pressure will always be kept at a steady, calm level. Worried about your sugar intake? Don't be. Even though it contains carbs, it does not create those massive blood sugar spikes after a meal. It keeps your blood sugar incredibly stable. This is an amazing lifesaver for anyone dealing with diabetes. But here's the part that blows most people's minds. Want to control your weight? This is your secret weapon. In the world of nuts, it contains the lowest amount of calories. The fact that you have to shell them yourself isn't an inconvenience. It's a psychological lever. It forces you to slow down. You will actually consume up to 41% fewer calories compared to eating pre-shelled nuts. Once it reaches your stomach, the abundant fiber nourishes your gut's good bacteria. They create a solid shield protecting your entire digestive system. Do you stare at a computer screen every single day? Blue light is silently destroying your eyes. Luckily, pistachios possess an unrivaled amount of lutein and zeaxanthin. Think of them as natural sunglasses protecting your retinas. Combined with vitamin E, it creates an invisible armor. Your skin is safely shielded against UV rays. There is still one more secret before you drift off to sleep. Toss and turn a lot? Forget the pills. This nut is packed with natural melatonin. It soothes your circadian rhythm, pulling you into a deep sleep. The rich B vitamins will calm your nervous system. Stress and anxiety simply melt away. Finally, a grace for those who are sensitive. Many nuts are a nightmare for people prone to kidney stones, but not pistachios. They contain the lowest amount of oxalates, and they are loaded with zinc, magnesium, and vitamin C to extinguish any inflammation. Next time you crack open a pistachio shell, remember that you are holding a masterpiece of survival, a proud legacy from ancient empires, and a testament to the ultimate human patience in the face of harsh nature. Is it expensive? Yes. But that is the well-deserved price of time. This world always hides its greatest secrets inside the smallest of shapes.